I bet you've heard this before. Maybe from a friend, a family member, or just scrolling online. Don't lift heavy weights, you'll get bulky.
Or maybe you felt it. Have you ever walked into the weight section of the gym, past all the guys grunting and lifting heavy barbells, just to pick up the 5-pound, 2-kilogram pink dumbbells?
Have you ever stuck to the treadmill or the yoga mat not because you love it, but because you're afraid that lifting real weights will make you look manly?
Be honest, I've seen it thousands of times.
And that feeling of fear, that hesitation, it's not your fault.
It's one of the most damaging and persistent myths in the entire fitness industry. And here's the painful part. That fear isn't just the feeling. It is the single biggest thing holding you back from building the strong, lean, and toned body you actually want. So, today we are going to scientifically dismantle this myth, piece by piece. Should women train like men? The answer will probably surprise you. And by the end of this video, you will not only understand the science, but you will have a simple 3-step plan to start training effectively without any fear. So, what is the common mistake?
It's what I call the toning trap.
This is the idea that men and women need to train in completely different universes. Men lift heavy to build, while women lift light to tone. This leads to workouts that look like this. 3 sets of 20 reps of bicep curls with tiny dumbbells. Endless glute kickbacks. Hours on the elliptical. The goal is to feel the burn, but never to actually challenge the muscle. Why do we do this? Again, it comes back to that one single fear. I don't want to get bulky.
We have this image in our heads of a professional female bodybuilder, and we think, if I even look at a heavy barbell, I'm going to wake up tomorrow with massive shoulders and bulging biceps.
But here is the scientific flaw in that logic. Let's define toned. What does toned actually mean? The toned look that most people want is simply a combination of 2 things. Having a solid base of lean muscle. Having a low enough body fat percentage for that muscle to be visible. That's it. It's not a magical quality. Here's the problem. The toning workouts, the high-rep, lightweight ones, are terrible at building muscle. They build muscular endurance, but they do not provide the right stimulus to make the muscle grow denser and stronger. So you end up spinning your wheels. You feel the burn, but your body composition never really changes. You're not building the very thing you need, lean muscle, to get the toned look you want. You're stuck. This brings us to the most important question of the day. Will lifting heavy weights actually make you bulky? The simple, biological, scientific answer is no. It is physiologically impossible for you to accidentally get bulky. The difference doesn't come down to the gym. It comes down to hormones. And the king of all muscle-building hormones is testosterone. On average, men have 10 to 20 times more testosterone than women. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism confirms this vast difference. Testosterone is the primary anabolic hormone that signals your body to build large amounts of muscle mass. Think of it this way. Testosterone is the construction foreman for building muscle. A man's body has a team of 15 foremen working 24/7. A woman's body has 1. Both bodies can build muscle. Both can build a strong, capable house. But the rate and maximum size of that house are fundamentally different. The only way a woman can build a bulky physique comparable to a man's is through a combination of decades of elite-level training, a massive caloric surplus, and, in the case of pro bodybuilders, often the use of exogenous anabolic steroids to mimic male hormone levels. You will not get bulky by accident from squatting heavy 3 times a week. It just won't happen. Okay, so if lifting heavy won't make you bulky, what will it do? And why is it better than the lightweight myth? The myth is high reps, light rate. The science is progressive overload. This is the single most important principle in all of strength training. It means that to make a muscle grow stronger, denser, and more toned, you must progressively increase the challenge to it over time. Lifting the same 5-pound dumbbell for 20 reps week after week gives your body zero reason to adapt. It's easy. The body says, I can handle this, no need to change. But if you lift a weight that is challenging for 8 to 12 reps, a weight where those last 2 reps are a real struggle, your body gets a powerful signal. It says, whoa, that was hard. I was pushed to my limit. I better come back stronger and denser so I can handle this challenge next time. That is hypertrophy. That is how you build the lean muscle that creates the toned shape. Research by experts like Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, has repeatedly shown that lifting in this moderate rep range, close to muscular failure, is the most effective way to build muscle. And guess what? This principle is universal. It applies to men and women. It's a human principle, not a male one. So, we've established that lifting heavy won't make you bulky, but it will build lean, toned muscle. But the benefits go so far beyond just aesthetics. This is the part that makes me so passionate about this topic. Benefit number 1. You build bulletproof bones. This is critical. Women are at a much higher risk for osteoporosis, brittle bones, later in life. How do you fight this? It's based on a concept called Wolff's Law. Bone adapts to the load placed upon it. Cardio is great for your heart, but it doesn't do much for bone density. Heavy resistance training, like a squat or a deadlift, places a safe, productive stress on your bones. Your bones respond to this stress by laying down new minerals and becoming denser. The National Osteoporosis Foundation cites strength training as a key strategy for building and maintaining bone mass. Benefit number 2. You stoke your metabolic fire. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. Fat is not. This means that for every pound of muscle you build, your body burns more calories just staying alive. This is your basal metabolic rate. A 2018 review in the Journal of Applied Physiology discusses how resistance training increases your resting metabolic rate. This means that by building muscle, you are making fat loss easier and more sustainable in the long run. You're not just burning calories in the gym. You're burning more calories 24/7. Benefit 3. You gain real-world confidence. This one isn't from a textbook. This is from experience. There is a profound mental shift that happens when a woman stops trying to be small and starts training to be strong. It's the feeling of adding 5 kilograms to your squat. It's the first time you do a real unassisted pull-up. It's carrying all the groceries in one trip. This strength translates directly into confidence that radiates into every other area of your life. So, the big question: should women train like men? Here is the nuanced, scientific answer. You should train using the same principles as men, but not necessarily the same program. What does that mean? Yes, train like a man by focusing on compound lifts. These are the big bang for your buck exercises: squats, deadlifts, overhead press, bench press, and rows. Applying progressive overload. You must focus on getting stronger over time. Eating enough protein. You can't build muscle from thin air. You need the building blocks. No, you don't need to copy a man's program because your goals are likely different. Many men train to get the biggest chest and arms possible. Your goals might be more focused on glutes, legs, and overall strength. Your exercise selection will reflect that. For example, you might do more hip thrusts while he does more bicep curls. The principle, progressive overload, is the same, but the application is different. Recovery and biomechanics. There are some minor, and I mean minor, differences in recovery and biomechanics, but for 99% of us, the core principles are identical. So, here is your 3-step action plan to start training for results. Step 1. Ditch the pink dumbbell mindset. The goal is not reps. The goal is challenge. Pick a weight for your exercise, like a goblet squat, where you can only do 8 to 12 reps with good form. If you can do 15 or 20, it is too light. That last rep should be hard. Step 2. Master the big 5 movements. Don't worry about complex machines. Focus on mastering your form in these 5 movements: squat, goblet squat, barbell squat, hinge, deadlift, kettlebell swing, push, push-up, dumbbell press, pull, dumbbell row, lat pull down, carry, carry, farmer's walk. Step 3. Track your lifts. This is the secret. Get a small notebook or use an app. Write down your exercise, the weight, and the reps. Example: goblet squat, 10 kilograms, 3 sets of 8 reps. Your goal for next week? 10 kilograms for 3 sets of 9 reps. Or 12 kilograms for 3 sets of 8 reps. That's it. That is progressive overload. That is the secret to getting strong and toned. I understand the feeling. Walking into that weight room is intimidating. The fear of being judged, the fear of doing it wrong, and that deep, nagging fear of getting bulky is real. I see you. But the truth is, you have been lied to. The idea that women should only lift light weights is a myth designed to sell you toning classes and keep you small. You will not get bulky. You will get strong. You will build denser bones. You will increase your metabolism. You will build the lean, defined, and capable body you've been working so hard for. The principles of strength are not male principles. They are human principles. Your body is designed to adapt, to grow, and to be strong. It's time to stop being afraid of your own potential. I want to hear from you. What is the single biggest myth or piece of bad advice you've heard about women's training? Comment it down below. I want to read every single one, and maybe we can bust some more myths together. And if this video helped clear up the confusion, and if you're ready to start training for strength, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Here at Quevo, we ditch the myths and give you the science, so you can finally build the health and the body you deserve.
Thank you for watching.
Be strong, and I'll see you in the next one.